welcome to the podcast.
Good morning.
I'm so Julia.
Bakit Julia?
Yun nga, I thought that song, we're talking about 360 by Charlie XCX.
Hindi.
I thought it was I'm so Juilliard.
Ah.
Like the school.
So why
but
Julia?
apparently not. It's Julia as in Julia Fox.
Laugh.
I'm everywhere. I'm so Julia.
Okay. By the way, if you want to join our radio show, you can go to playback.tv/Jim and Sam. Grabe, 94.
Are listening live.
We started with 50,000 and now we're down to 95.
95,000.
Nice. Anyway, join playback.tv/Jim and Sam if you love the podcast. You can support us just by joining.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're gonna do a little bit of news.
No, there's nothing.
Wala pala. Okay, sorry. So Libreng Com.
Okay, let's go.
We're gonna do Libreng Com.
Let's go.
Libreng Com, and then I do wanna answer a bit of questions from
bit.ly/pod gets after party.
Yeah, there's some questions like about
ask us anything. And before we move on, actually, so many questions about feeling. So people are dying to know what my lipstick was in my last Instagram reel, and it is Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink in Charmed. Now you know.
Ako naman, so since people are dying for it, thank
What?
you, Eve, my comnatic. She loves the Libreng Com.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so
I love the Libreng Com.
I would like to start talaga every episode with this. Just so
I think we've established that.
yeah, we don't.
We don't.
We don't.
Well, now let's do it.
Yeah. So, okay. I've been pushing for a friendlier gym, right? Talking to myself, being kinder to myself.
I thought you meant friendlier gym as in workout exercise.
No. So, I've been trying to start a conversation with myself. And I had a major breakthrough care of Coach Sabi
Aww.
last night.
Nah.
So, for the past few months, whenever I get riddled with like anxiety or like I suddenly feel the effects of my complex trauma. Okay. I have this 2-column thing on my notes na nakalock. So like it's a bad, like for example, there's one column that says bad gym and good gym. See, bad gym, I write down the negative thing that's quite, let's say I feel it and it's like just it's there. And usually kasi pag ganyan, you don't acknowledge it and it's you don't even realize na andaldal pala ni negative version of yourself. So just naming it, spelling it out. And another tip from Saab, you when you're louder than the voice inside your head.
Yeah. Be louder than the voices in your head.
Be the loud voice in. Be louder than the. Anyway, in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Be louder than the voices in your head.
Okay. So
First of all, I did not know you could have columns on the notes app.
you can. You just add a table.
It's game changer. And I didn't know you could put a password.
Yes, you can. So
wild.
So kaya nga, for the longest time I struggled with the journals because like honestly like lipat kami ng lipat ng place, so parang hindi ako basta parang paper just didn't work for me. I acknowledge it. Bumigay na ako.
You were so good doing that though.
Yeah, pero I gave up. So phone ako. So notes. So anyway, yung si negative lalagay ko doon. Let's say kunwari. And then it's always you. Parang you woke up later than you should have today.
That's what you mean. That's what the negative one is saying.
Yeah. So parang you have less time for the kids. You have to rush. You're already you set up yourself for a bad day. See, good gym tries to counter that by stating facts. So everything has to be factual. Like, and parang you acknowledge na there are things like kunwari, for example, kunwari, you woke up but you're journaling right now, and you got to kiss the boys and talk to them. and you still get to go to work, and although kunwari, so and then you acknowledge nga na although today started parang you woke up at kunwari 6:30 instead of 6, those 30 minutes were for rest. Parang ganon. So
Yes.
but the thing is, in this internal dialogue, the struggle was I could never think of what good Jim could say. Parang as you have to think of it kasi parang you're a lawyer for bad Jim and good Jim, right? And as a lawyer for bad Jim, ang galing ko. As in, like, paano kung ganun?
Prosecutor, gano'n?
Parang, you're happy now, you're safe, pero, you're feeling, business is good now. Pero,
I object!
Parang ganun, pero ganyan. Ang bilis ko. And then I try, and good Jim takes a while. Like, I'm, okay, sige, sabi niyo ganyan. And then, pag bad Jim is just ready to pounce. Like, parang, ano na ngayon? Kung, so, pero, 30 minutes para matulog, pero ganyan. Ganun siya. So, I realized na this internal dialogue was actually very, very tiring.
Absolutely.
Because it feels like the whole day, I'm just fighting with myself. There's a fight going on. And sometimes, because I'm fighting with myself the whole day, I end up lashing out on other people. Because hindi ko matalo si Bad Jim eh. Right? Hindi ko matalo. And then I think the breakthrough happened last night when Saab suggested, Coach Saab suggested, sabi niya, do you want to make Bad Jim, would you like to make Bad Jim into, parang change his personality? Don't call him Bad Jim, pero how about Scared Jim? Because that is his main thing, right? Because now, as a father, or para at least for me, it's easier for me to communicate thinking, if my son is scared and worried, I would drop everything and say, like, I know what to say. Like, you're okay. Like, I love you. Like, don't worry. Like, that's okay. That's life. Parang ganyan. That's how I would talk to Pancho and Vito, and that's how I would talk to, if I saw little Jim right now, if I went on a time machine and saw kid Jim, that's exactly what I'd say.
And you don't necessarily want to, parang, you don't want to bother talking to someone who's bad and bullying you. But if you see someone who's scared, parang
hindi siya nakakapagod.
It's parang, it's the helpful side of you that comes out naturally.
And helping other people actually re-energizes you. It makes you happier. So actually, that's why it's one of the tips, guys. If like you're feeling down, or you're just like one of those days that you're just like, and you really can't. You run. You do everything possible. Sometimes just reach out to a friend, and that would give you the happy hormones that you would need.
Yeah.
So why not? So I'm trying to do that for myself.
Yeah.
So
Really
I'm trying to change it na, like, instead of like the whole day, like, parang, tas ako, I'm the whole day, I'm just like, ako, I dealt with bullies kasi all my life. So parang, pati pala sa sarili kong utak, I'm being bullied. You know, so like, why not change the conversation and come from a place of love as opposed to trying to argue.
Yeah. But it's always good to have a balance pa rin, of that scared, let's call it scared, and good, calm, kasi me, as someone I've done a lot of work on myself, so medyo na-over ko rin minsan yung si relaxed and like calm Sab na laging ang galing ko gumawa ng excuses na parang okay lang yan, I'm not, it's okay, I'm not a surgeon, no one's gonna die if I don't reply to that email. Lagi akong ganun, like, it's okay, no one's, it's fine, wala akong pake. And so it's nice to have that a little bit of parang, wait, what if you stop working and then like you can't feed the family and you can't pay rent and whatever. It's good to have a balance. So
Ah,
it's not, so that's why I don't call it bad. They're just trying to protect you. Just
protective.
yes, so
And
just try to strike a good balance.
oh. So, last, I'd like to add, maganda tong point ni Sharji.
Who's a first time playbacker,
Oh,
by the way.
nice. I normally challenge negative thoughts. Are they based on facts or assumption? Kaya talagang, kaya nga trial eh. Yun yung isa pang style na I tried before, pero I just, sometimes like I'm so busy and I can't, that's another thing eh. Like, you write down your negative thought
Yeah.
and then you write 3 facts that support it. And then just by thinking of those facts, you are stepping out of that black hole of negativity.
Yeah.
So, today,
Mm-hmm.
we are gonna talk about what?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yung questions. Last, bago
Yes.
nun, pwede pa tayong nuggets of kasi parang, since I'm already in the mode of sharing.
Sure.
Yeah. So I realized na, to my standards, I haven't been gym.
What does that mean?
Like, I haven't been, like,
I mean, you've sent us songs every single day on the Cheats group. It's like new song, new song, new song, new song, new song. Can't keep up. Jim is back.
that is true.
Yep.
That is, see, that's something that good, see bad gym na naman.
Ano?
All I can see is that I've been, anyway, guys, parang, because like we've had a bunch of changes in schedules and whatever. I've basta whenever a routine changes, may change the routine, and can't get to the point that I am so comfortable with it na, and I know A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Sometimes this is my low point in terms of productivity and efficiency.
It's just, yeah, I get that. But you know what I've learned? There are seasons in life.
That is true.
I actually love that that concept. Na, when we years ago, when like the pod was like boom, 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 event, blah, 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 and then we were churning out content, and we slowed down for a bit, and that's because we were focusing on a lot of other stuff. And sometimes I would give myself a hard time, but then I realized now this is the season for me to nurture my children who are toddlers, and that's okay. I'm not like wildly on top of my game as whatever I am, like my career, pero I love what I'm doing. And now that they're going back to school, I'm gonna have a little bit of time to work on that other season in my life, and I feel like way back 2025 is my year
to get pregnant.
No. Stop.
Also, so anyway, kaya I was trying to kind of like I was trying to understand myself, right? And so again, for everyone here, I mean, or who's listening, I'm pretty sure you have this external voice that's saying like, you're not doing enough, you're not doing enough, you're not doing enough. And ano lang eh, parang last na to.
Go, please. We can talk about this for the whole episode.
Okay. Is that apparently the problem in corporate culture or in most organizations is that the reason why people have so many, or the reason why people set up so many meetings is because they can't organize their own workflow. So they need to be held accountable.
Oh, that's what I do with Princess. I love you, Princess.
Pero imagine mo, obviously that in major organizations that will be a problem, right? So
Yeah, and then they can't get work done because they're just
they can.
meeting. Sorry.
So that's one thing. It's because most of the time the leaders or the people who keep calling these meetings, they cannot manage their own workflow.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to delegate properly. So therefore, they have to always call on meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
so that may shared accountability na parang for them to put 10 a.m. I have a meeting.
Mm.
It um it it's for them. It helps
Mm-hmm.
them knowing
Mm-hmm.
na every Tuesday I have a 10 a.m. meeting. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're afraid to step back and say, I need to get this shit done.
But isn't it an alignment thing to make sure everyone's working on the
That's
correct
fine.
things?
That's fine. The problem is the ratio of the amount of meetings you have and the amount of people actually getting work done.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah. And
Paano kung hindi ka sumisipot sa meetings tulad ko?
ikaw yung nag-head?
Ako yung nagsiset, tapos
Hindi ka sisipot?
hindi ako sisipot, di mag-reply. Tapos, 3 araw na ano, joke. Yun na kasi relaxed na, okay lang yan. Okay lang yan.
By the way, if you want to apply for Wake Up,
Don't, not with me, okay? Because I will completely ignore you.
okay, let's get to the questions.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Question of the day. Have you ever felt breakup guilt? Tipong ikaw nakipag-break pero na-guilty ka and you even regret it. Is it a universal experience wherein you feel inclined to get back together even though you were the one who initiated the breakup and you know it isn't always for the best? Have you ever felt breakup guilt?
Have you ever, kasi ikaw sabi, you,
Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon?
ikaw sabi,
Is somebody gonna match my freak? Is somebody gonna match my freak? Okay.
sabi, ikaw ba?
Why it grins. Okay. Isn't that an iconic song though?
Yeah.
Isn't one of the best songs ever made, ever. Colors of the Wind, Pocahontas. Boop, 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 boop. Okay.
Also, a big FU to Disney for,
May Pocahontas live?
I'm sure magkakaroon yun. Pero siguro the data doesn't show na, pero siguro that's their way of like diversifying their portfolio. Siguro they're gonna do it.
They
And
wouldn't do it because it would make the white people look bad.
Hindi, I think they would do that because nga they wanna, ano, diba? I mean, and then they're probably gonna make Pocahontas like Chinese.
White.
Chinese.
ScarJo as Pocahontas.
We're different.
I'm not like you, John Smith. Who would you cast as John Smith? Channing Tatum.
Do you guys know? I mean, our young playbackers and podcast listeners, do you know what we're talking about? Do you know Pocahontas?
Of course they know Pocahontas.
I don't think so. Anyway,
have you ever felt breakup guilt? Pang Tarzan si Tatum. Tarzan, best movie. I can't watch it again. I've only seen it once in my life, and
wait. Let's stick to the casting.
Okay, sorry. Casting of who?
Sorry.
Pocahontas. Who would you cast as a willow tree?
Character ba yun?
Yeah, it's a weeping willow voice. CGI yun malamang.
Hindi ko maalala.
Maggie. I was gonna say Maggie Rogers. No, sorry. Dame Maggie Smith.
Hindi ko maalala.
The willow tree.
Yeah, I don't remember. Oh, anyway. Sige.
Si Tarzan, si Jace Targaryen.
Okay.
Okay.
Yung breakup. So
Have you ever felt breakup guilt?
I think you broke up with all your boyfriends?
Hindi naman. Hindi.
Hindi pala. Ikaw, have you ever? I think definitely. I think, isn't it normal? I mean, unless the person is like a cheater or an asshole, I think that's like the worst feeling ever. I remember, okay, ako naman, sabi.
Mm.
Again, this is high school.
Uh-huh.
And I apologize. Again, grabe talaga eh. Parang, there should be training for young boys who get into relationships in high school or in grade school. Because, honestly, wala naman akong guidance nun eh. So, nagka-girlfriend ako. Naging girlfriend ko siya after like 2-3 dates.
Ano to, grade school?
High school, second year.
God.
And again, it was high school. So,
Mag-aral ka nga.
so kunwari, let's say,
Sino yun? Pangalan niya? Joke.
so kunwari, let's say, we were dating, and then, syempre, at the
Dating,
time,
no? Define dating.
o nga eh, wala, hindi,
Naggali. Ganon?
ganon. Movie,
Ah.
Dippin' Dots,
My gosh, paano kayo panayagan nun? My parents would never.
takas.
Okay.
Yeah. So, date, tapos,
Was there like a thrill?
yeah, oo naman. Ano ba?
Ugh.
So, third date,
Ugh.
after the third date, syempre, parang like, girlfriend ko na siya.
Oh my gosh, okay.
And then we were dating for like 4 months. Like,
wow, that's long.
yeah. So parang once a week.
Ay, hindi, that's not long for, I mean,
3 months, mga ganun.
pag gano'n naman kasi, hindi naman talaga kayo nakikita, di ba?
Once a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once a week, and then every date. And again.
Sana nakikinig si Nongki dito.
Anyway, second year high school. Again, parang there's not much. You don't know
what to do.
You don't know what to do. Diba? So parang, and it's not like parang there was a wealth of information about dating and like, na parang ako, being as anxious as I am, right? Puputulin yung legs mo and whatever. I thought na whoever you commit to,
yun.
Parang ganon. May ganong level na parang
Siyempre.
you can't break this person's heart. Diba? Parang, or
what made you decide na you wanted to break up?
Ito nga.
May ibang cute. Siyempre. Sweaty hits. Ganun.
Sorry. Whenever when you laugh, pwede dun ka lumayo, and then when you talk. Okay. So, the epic saga of Saab and
I don't think anybody
using
minds.
mic.
Okay, go.
So we'd go on a date, and as soon as the date ends, or even during the date, I'm already thinking like, parang hindi ako nag-enjoy. Like, I'm not in love with her.
Well, duh.
And then when I had to say that I had to say I love you, I knew na I didn't. Because I didn't know what it was.
Siyempre yung I love you nyo, parang third date pa lang may I love you na. Ganun. At that age.
At that age, yeah. Siguro.
Grabe no, kasi your heart is so small and it's so like full of like love. You know, like.
Yeah, especially if like I could just imagine if like may about like sa parents, you know, like parang that's great. Like you're that young, and like let's say your parents are always out, right? And that's like your source of comfort or whatever. So anyway, every date.
Did you eat na?
Every date, I'd go home thinking, oh my God, I'm such a bad person. I'm such a bad person. I'm such a bad person. So anyway, ang ending ko was, parang things were fine, but again, every date was like not, I wasn't happy. Nag-lunch kami sa TGIF.
Wow.
Yeah. Overpriced, high trans fat TGIF.
Sarap.
Hindi pala TGIF. Parang wala pa ata TGIF nun. Pero anyway, we were there. And ako, after months of like, how do I end this? Diba? again, I'm second year high school. How the hell do I do this? I said, hey, because you have, it's ano, parang, I think because you have, she was an athlete. Let's say she was soccer player, kunwari.
Okay.
I said, hey, because of your soccer commitment, I don't want to be a distraction.
Wow. At second year high school, that was a pretty good excuse.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sharing this
Give tips.
not to give tips, but more of
Pero ginagawa pa rin yun ng mga older people.
because I do want to ask it. Like, kaya the question is like, guilt.
I don't
Normal.
want to be a distraction. My God.
It's normal to. So she was like, "What do you mean?"
Pinagsasabi mo.
Yeah, kasi parang my practice is every weekday. Ano pinagsasabi mo? Like, hindi naman tayo nagkikita ng weekday. So
Ayoko kasing iniisip mo ako pag nasa field ka. Because I want to play the field.
So ang question ko is, how do you manage?
It's always gonna suck, right?
Yeah, it's for sure gonna suck. But I guess for both sides, I want to assure, like, especially if you're listening to this and you're in a relationship na you're like, di ko bet, or someone is breaking up with you. Right? So let's do it from both sides.
Yeah.
So what do we say to a person who wants to break up with someone? There's no crazy reason. It's just, it just didn't work. Like maybe the first year of dating was good, and then through that 1 year, because dating is your trial. It's a way to see, like, do I like this? Do I like this person? In these different tests, right? And these, not tests, parang these different situations. Like, bet ko ba siya pag struggle? Bet ko ba siya pag masaya? Can we make each other laugh when we need to? Parang ganon. And then after 1 year, let's say no third party, walang, even if the person is not even an asshole, anong advice mo dun sa taong yun? Na parang, I just like woke up one day or came home from a dinner date and was like, I would like rather I would rather be single, or I'd rather explore.
I don't know. I can't speak for everyone na parang you have to find, I don't know if it's the right advice to be like, you have to find someone who's like, you're crazy about all the time, because it's not the reality for everyone. Diba? Sometimes, totopakin ka lang, tas parang you're in a happy relationship, tas parang medyo parang you're in the comfortable stage na. Tapos parang then at least try to make it work. You can't just be like, ayoko na, bounce na ako. Alam mo yun? I don't think that's right. At least try to work on it. And talk about it. Diba?
You mean express na?
Oh, express mo na parang, hey, or parang hindi nga parang it's a two-way thing na if you feel like, you could say like, hey, could you like not fart in front of me? Kasi, I mean, some people like that, but some people, it really turns them off, and they feel like, oh, I'm with a brother instead of a partner, or like a romantic thing. And it's, you gotta express it, and you say like your boundaries and all of that. And I don't know if that makes sense.
It does.
But for me, can I share my experience?
Yeah, go.
I think the breakup guilt only happened to me really once. Yun yung time na walang masamang ginawa yung guy. He's really nice. I was just really like falling out of love for quite some time. And he was really nice, pero it was a long-term relationship, and I think I tried to make it work, but it was not.
Gabi, I cannot imagine you
What?
in that relationship.
What do you mean?
Wala lang.
You know what I'm talking? You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah. What one? Parang I just can't. You mean like
Why? It was a nice relationship because he was a nice guy.
I know. But like, I mean, given kung paano ako, I mean, I just can't. I can't imagine na
Why?
you were settling for something
Ay,
like
hayop! Totoo naman.
Pero ano?
Oh, no, so sure, my experience. Yung sa akin, it was really like I was dying a slow death. I don't think it was the best thing to do, but I think it was honestly it was because it wasn't as if I was hiding it. He was just he was really trying to make it work.
Were you communicate?
I was communicating.
So it was parts, bits and pieces.
Bits and
of
pieces.
Like,
it was like a really long breakup because I would be like, and then
how
like,
would you say that though? I'm curious.
I don't remember the specifics.
Nee,
of
pero
it.
how do you start that conversation? Na parang like I'm kind of not. Kasi kunwari like
you know how I was like, do you want to get a job?
Nee. Kunwari,
Nicely, of course.
Kasi that's external eh. Pero kunwari, let's say you go to dinner and it's okay. It's not amazing. And parang ganun yung flow. What if ganun yung flow? Na you guys have dates and then dates are fine. You don't fight. There's nothing like the person is not doing anything crazy. Walang political whatever. Walang family issues. And then you yourself is just like you go home and you're like, and I'm not even talking about being crazy in love. I'm just saying like I don't like this. And sometimes the harder conversation niya is between you and yourself. Learning to acknowledge na ay parang ayaw mong aminin. Because you tried. You right? Yun naman yung battle. It's like you telling yourself like ayoko ba talaga siya? Pero parang sayang. I mean like you know.
I tried it. It was fun. It was nice. It was he was a good boyfriend. Ano lang, I'm trying to remember nga eh. Parang, I think, di ko maalala kung anong, di ko na alam kung nangyari.
Nakakatawa ito. From in fairness to this band. In fairness to this band who ruled the airwaves of Mix and
Wild.
David Pomeranz, the David Pomeranz of the millennial generation. The script.
The script.
When a heart
breaks, so it don't break even. Oh,
Iba yun sa
always you. When I'm supposed to say it, but it's just but it's the same
energy as
if tagba tayo. Wait.
Seconds.
Wait. Okay, go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Marry that girl. I'm like against mo. Mine is like, marry that girl. I'm gonna marry her anyway. Bakit? It's the same.
Ako yung energy niya is where did I go wrong? I lost a friend. Went along in the bitterness.
Ibang energy yun.
Same energy yun. The Free.
Hindi. Alam mo kung ano yung same energy is
when a heart don't fever.
And it don't break even. You know what it is? Drops of Jupiter.
Drops of Jupiter. Ano?
Drops of Jupiter. It's the real cursive singing.
Train. Thank you.
Drops of
actually,
Jupiter.
We're talking about the script.
How does drops of Jupiter go?
We'll play it at the end.
Okay. When a heart breaks, so it don't break even.
So I guess
one heart is gonna break much more.
I like yung point mo na parang don't be afraid to communicate early on. Kasi maybe that could save the relationship, di ba?
Yeah.
Di ba? Sometimes kasi like parang ang hirap lang in my case na
how do you even start that without ringing the alarm of like parang hey, can we talk? That's it.
No. I think
like, can we talk?
I think during a meal or a date.
Parang sawa na ako, babe.
I think
baby.
I think another one is I think that's the thing. I think, and the term sawa
Mm-mm.
is such a powerful and honest and hard thing to acknowledge.
Oh.
It's true. And it happens. And I think it happens most of the time because you guys date, and in that point in time you guys were perfect for each other,
Mm.
made each other happy.
Mm-mm.
And then you get to a different point in time na parang, oh my God, at this point in our lives, hindi na ito pala yung hinahanap ko.
Mm-mm.
Which is my case nga. Na the whole time, I would always be like, oh, this girl's so pretty and whatever. And then we date, and then maging girlfriend ko. And then after a year or 2 years, I realized, like, it's, I'm meeting new people. I see na, oh, I can
Ay,
talk.
red flag? Bakit? Ba't kailangan ng ibang
No, no,
people?
no, no. I mean, I can talk
Kainis.
pala, like, like, I can connect to other people
Ay!
pala. Tangin, ang hirap mo.
Digging your grave much? I mean, you don't need, that's like, I don't know how to feel about that.
Hindi. I want to end.
Jessica says, leave muna ako, sakit eh.
I want to end na lang with Sabi's point na if nagsasawa ka na, do it in bits and pieces. And don't be afraid to communicate. Na, you don't have to say na nagsasawa ka, pero express yourself. Kasi baka nga in 6 months, maayos pala. Na parang the issue
Where
pala.
did I go wrong?
The issue pala is, yeah.
And I think that's the importance of friendship before love. Kasi you would never, like, that's your friend. That's your best friend. So why would you just want to bounce, You can talk to your best friend.
Yeah.
And how would you tell your best friend, like, hey, are we good? Like,
Kasi parang,
tara, like, you know what? Date tayo.
hindi,
Like,
paano kung ayaw, yung point is like, ayaw mo na nga yung best friend mo.
Hindi, kasi there must be something that's missing because, I don't know, try mo nga lang muna. For me, it wouldn't hurt to try first. Pero hindi pwedeng yung may kinakausap ka ng iba ba nagtatry ka.
Yun lang.
Yung mga coops moves eh.
Yeah. Oh, wag ganun.
Wag ganun, wag tumitingin sa iba na
experiment.
hihanap ka na parang, baka mas may connection ako dito. Malamang bago yan eh.
Yes,
Oh,
correct.
parang mas may electricity ako dito. Malamang, di mo kilala yan eh.
Correct. It's like saying, going to a hotel and saying, it's like saying, going to a hotel and saying, oh my God, this should be my home. Kasi malinis. Kasi,
malamang malinis. Walang gamit eh.
yeah.
Diba? Tignan mo, it's like, when your house is, that's why I don't, when you're looking at like Pinterest apartments, and it's like, ang ganda, malamang, walang gamit eh. As opposed to my house right now, it's full of kiddie stuff. It's lived in. I love it.
And then, can you continue the analogy pagdating sa relationship?
Ano sabi ko?
Paano siya sa relationship?
Yan
yung bagong si Kabit.
Syempre, exciting kasi wala pang baggage.
Ano siya?
Hindi mo pa nadala yung suitcase mo dun sa loob ng room na yan eh.
Hindi siya namomroblema.
Hindi ka pa nag-unpack. Pag nag-unpack ka, malamang.
Hindi ba siya namomroblema kasi she or he is like, cool ako. Chill ako. Wala akong problema.
Yeah.
Like, work is cool. Work is fun.
Yeah.
Work is fun. Hi.
I'm mysterious.
Hi. And then, wala pang
Parang, sobrang mysterious niya. Gusto
parang, wala pang family stuff.
Oh.
Wala pang, yeah.
So for me, when something's working with who you're with, and if you share the same values, try to make it work. Hindi yung parang puro na lang, kailangan may explosion of, parang, wait, try to make it explode first here, but in a good way. Kesa you try to build, gets mo? If somebody gonna try.
Pero, what we're talking about, okay. Lost na ako.
It's like watching your favorite movie for the first time.
I don't think so.
Nicholas said.
Because it's a reason. Hindi. Kasi if the qualifier here is the favorite movie.
So,
because if it's your favorite movie, then it's your favorite movie. So even if you watch it 50 times, guess mo?
It doesn't compare to itong bagong parang, whoa, Pero your classic favorite movie. Ganun ba?
I'm lost. Okay. Bye to the podcast.
Bye, podcast.